Good evening, everybody. This is Anthony coming to you with the play-by-play on the new collection we purchased. Not a huge one, but a nice lot to go through. So what we're going to do is just take you through what we got, give some thoughts on what we're going to do with it. Just kind of share how we might work through something like this. A lot of value to be found, but also got to be, effective with our time, right? So first thing I want to start with, we got a box of about 80 PSA slabs, right? You're going to see a couple of the best ones up front here, right? And what we're going to do with the slabs are a number of things. All right, so you got like a Peyton rookie here, obviously low grade, no problem, right? It's all about how you buy it. For this, I'll probably list it myself, maybe look at, a Facebook site. People, a lot of people just interested in that card, probably be easy to move, so I'll deal with it myself. Same thing with this Jordan, got a couple of these Skybox Jordans. Look to use a 90s basketball Facebook site, also eBay, kind of our standard spot that we sell most of our stuff. So when we look at the slabs, there's a couple of things we're looking for. How easy is it for it to move on its own? Should it be auctioned? Should it be buy it now? What should we do, right? So this is an interesting one. This draws in only about a pop about 120, I think. So it could get like 60, which is surprising, but if someone wants to get, complete set 10s, they'll pay for it. Now, probably won't do auction here because not a ton of people are looking for it. So you rip it off on an auction, no one's going to jump on it, Maybe you get 20 bucks. All right, same thing on this Sarunas. Same thing, it gets like 45 on a buy it now. You find the right buyer. Worth it to wait, list it myself. Try to get that 45, whatever it is. You do an auction, no one's really looking at it that week. You're in trouble. Maybe you get 20. Right, another Jordan. So we'll get that going. Now, one company we look for to potentially use is 4Sharp. If you've never heard of them, they do a ton of listings, ton of graded stuff. You're gonna see some more. There's a ton of Skybox here, by the way. So Ewing, Magic, right? So 4Sharp is a company we've used before. What's a couple of good things about them. One, their fees are pretty low. So especially you get into any decent value stuff, their fees are gonna be lower than you have on eBay, and they're handling all the work. All right, so some of this stuff, and you can see a lot of Jordans in this here. So some of this stuff, dealing with 80, I think about 81 slabs or so, it's 80 transactions, or even if you get some lots going, good amount of transactions. So they deal with all that, all the work, all the shipments. This card here, just quickly, a lot of people really like this card with the Jordan number 12 jersey. So kind of crazy, but this Sam Vincent gets like 50. Because you got the Jordan number 12, only game he ever wore that number. A lot of people are into that. So anyway, 4Sharp does a good job. Its process is super easy. And, again, fees are low and so on. Now, because some of these cards, we'll get to, some of the lower grades, right? A couple more of these Sams. So, if we have to sell it, if it gets $10 on eBay, and we got to pay shipping and fees, you're clearing, what are you clearing? $3, $4 for all the work, right? So you send it to 4Sharp, maybe you get the $3, $4, even $2, but, no work, right? So that's something we'll look at. The other thing, too, is we got to be careful with the dupes. You're seeing dupes here. 4Sharp's going to take what you have and list it all together. So if you send them 5 of the same card, they're just going to drop that out on a Thursday, ends on Sunday, and then ultimately you might have 5 of the same card going on a Sunday, right? So chances are you're gonna get some lower price in there, right? See the Mark Jackson, that's another one people like. If you don't know, got the 2 Menendez brothers there in the crowd, so this Mark Jackson gets some money. More of the Jordans, so now you're getting into the lower. The Vincent still gets some money there. You get into the lower grades now. So these are the cards, like I'm saying, even this Jordan. See this tag, 10, 12 bucks, probably about right. You're not clearing much and you're doing work. So you know, you send it off. Probably won't get as much on the auction as a buy it now, but you get it sold. You don't do the work. You know, nice and easy, right? And as long as you buy things right, you know, it's worth it just to get it out of there, get it out, you know, out the inventory, you know, get things sold. So a lot of nice stuff in here. I mean, solid, you know, a lot of stars, like super Hall of Famers, right? You know, Magic and ton of Jordans. So these a move, you know, feel pretty good about getting rid of them. You know, but yeah, there's some tough ones. I mean, the Hardaway 8. It's not, you know, not doing much on that. You know, but the Jordans will always sell, right? Magic's pretty good. You'll get some pretty good movement, right? We have to deal with some of these challenges here. So, you know, we're going to look to move all this stuff, I mean, pretty quickly, right? Like I said, there's definitely a 90s Facebook basketball group that I'm looking at. Try to get these listed in, see if we get any action there. The benefit there is that then we won't have all those fees. You know, if I can get a similar price, even a little bit less, you don't have the eBay fees. Still got to deal with the shipping. You got this gem, the Vladi 5. I mean, what are you getting for that? You know, probably lose money on that one. Not sure what happened there. Someone getting that graded. So as the basketball side, I did look through these a lot, you know, because this is the big part of the purchase. I mean, everything we bought, it's the majority of the cash here. So very familiar with what's in here. Now on the baseball side, if I can get these out, pretty much Griffey. Now, we got a Jeter 8. Look at some money. You know, always love Jeter. Now we PC Jeter, but really trying to take more of an approach of, you know, keeping bigger stuff and selling off the little stuff. You know, we just think that's the better move. Here's one of the cards, a Trout artist palette. I'm super limited on the new stuff, so we'll see. $5 to $10 probably about right, though. It's a 2020 and it's an 8. I mean, every card's an 8, right? Pretty much on the new stuff. So that's one of the few. The Jeter's one of the few. Then we get into these Griffies. I mean, this Griffey 10, this coin, about $50, $60. I mean, Griffey's move. So that's another one where I'm gonna look at. There's a really active Griffey Facebook page. This guy right here, I gotta look up the pop. There's not that many. It's like pop. I think it's less than 5 or something. So we'll probably get good money there. 50, $60. Right, but anyway, the Griffey page is really nice. A lot of activity. It's because a lot of these, I mean, you're seeing the 10s first here, but a lot of these cards, you know, 10s will get money, it'll be all right, you know. But a lot of these, once you get into and you start seeing it, you know, the 9s, you know what I mean, where it's 10, $15, you know, some of these are $8, $10, right? Again, what can you make on them, right? So kind of gonna look more for outside the bigger ones, outside the 10s, they're gonna get money. Maybe some of these rookies singular we could sell, right? But for the most part, let's see if I can find one buyer that's gonna be able to, you know, definitely get, you know, give a price on it. But if I could do one shipment and get rid of a huge bunch of them, I mean, if you get 10 a piece on some of these, that's say 15, you know, be in good shape. I mean, it's pretty much what you're gonna clear on eBay, and you know, after you pay for the shipping and the fees. So keep, you know, reduce the work, right? So I mean, you're seeing all these, just, I mean, just a ton of Griffies here. We've also worked with another Griffey buyer. I don't know if he's going to be into the lower values. We've sold a bunch of high, you know, pretty much all 10s to him. So I don't know if he's going to go anywhere with the 7s, 8s, 9s that you'll see. But, you know, that's someone we could reach out to. Maybe on the 10s, he'd be interested. Got a good number of 10s, as you saw. So now you get into some, I mean, you know, some of this stuff. The Hostess Twinkies, 8, right? Not super high on the list. Right, all these are gonna be 8s or lower now. You know, maybe there's a rookie or two, but you get the tops. You know. Right, the Bowman. then my favorite, I mean, not sure what happened there on the 3. I mean, it has to be bent or something. I think I might maybe see some dimples in it. Tough one to get graded there. Not sure what happened. But, nah. So you never know. I mean, one thing I've seen with the Griffies, I mean, more so with the with the upper deck, the 89 upper deck, is people like to get 1 through 10. So maybe someone needs the 3 of the second year Donruss. I don't know. So that's the that's the graded cards that we got. You know, definitely strong. You get a good value there. Biggest part of the purchase by far. All right, so we're gonna have to move those. Really, the move is to try to get those sold as quickly as we can. You know, to quickly get our cash back. Right, and then the rest is profit. You know, so we could be even more aggressive on those sales. Right. So that's the grade. Let me get these put away real quick. Next box we're gonna look at, we got, you know, probably for me the most fun is we have a box of vintage, which is 62 to 70. Pretty much you'll see it here, a full box, mostly 68 to 70, so not a ton of the lower years. You know, that's all right. But for me, it's just the funnest to look through. You know, there's definitely, I've gone through this decently as well, but for a box like this, you know, just, there's some fun stuff, you know, that you can find. And, you know, especially like we do a lot with the variations and the master sets. People don't know about them. You know, so that stuff I'll look for, high numbers, you know. So it's kind of fun where you can get some finds, right? So start with 62. Now, all of these I'll say, I mean, probably low grade to VGX for the majority. All right. Now, what we're going to do with these is a couple things. One, this card decent, you know. One is that we do build out the 60s sets, right? So if we do have a card or cards, whatever, that we think could meet the set, all right, I'm going to go ahead and check, do we need it? Or can we upgrade if we already have it? All right, so that's one thing I'm going to do. Now, for all these cards, I'm going to take them out of the plastics at some point. Make sure, and going to need to do that to see condition for anything I'm interested in there. The other thing I'm going to do is look at, okay, well, is this something that, you know, we should send off the Greg Morris cards? So we use Greg Morris for a lot of stuff that, you know, that we know they'll take. So, you know, this Frank Howard could be something, I mean, but, you know, you got the ink on the back, so forget it. So with Greg Morris, all right, anything super sharp, they're going to get crazy money. So we're definitely going to send that stuff to them. Any stars, you know, sometimes it's just about, again, clearing volume. Oh, these are hit. So that one's all right. Oh, it could be something. That's pretty banged up. So we're going to send stuff off to him, or to Greg Morris, and then, you know, they can get us some good numbers. Sometimes, again, it's a volume play. So, for example, like we have, seeing these cards here. I mean, these Joe Green, got a couple of Joe Greens that are rookies banged up, right? So Greg Morris isn't going to get us anything like really super special on these. I mean, they're low grade crease, right? First year, second year. But send them over. Again, they're handling the volume. They're handling the shipments. You know, just can't sell everything, you know, can't sell all these singles. So something like that we may do, because they're going to take the vintage, they're going to take the low grade, right? Another thing I'm going to look for in these sets too, by the way, is, that's nice. What we got there? Los Angeles Dodgers. If you can see that real quick. The solid pencil writing. It's nice. But all these sets, really up till about 67, the high numbers matter. Now, with 63, it's the second to last series. So this 477 is priced kind of like a high number. Now it's beat up bad. So, I mean, the guy had it at 15, which is crazy. But, you know, people will want this semi-high series. That's the expensive one for 63. But for all these sets, going to look at the high numbers or the expensive series, you know, see if we got anything there. Because, again, those could be, if they're in really good shape, send them to Greg Morris. Or, you know, if they're okay, might just do like a 4-card lot or something small if I can get a few dollars per card. Because the last thing we'll end up doing is for anything that doesn't fall into those categories where we need it for a set or, you know, send it to Greg Morris, right? Or we listed ourselves as a star, then what we're going to do is we're going to just sell lots, right? I mean, I don't have time. We don't have time to do this single card stuff. You know, we don't have, you know, like a staff, you know, so we're just going to try to knock it out and get some lots sold. Now, when we do that, and I think this last guy might be a high number here. Yeah. So this card's all right. I mean, it's definitely, I mean, at best VGEX, maybe low grade. I have to see if it's worth selling it on its own. I don't think there's any creases in it, you know, but yeah, I'll have to take a look at that one later. But yeah, so we'll sell the lots, and generally put them by condition. So if you're into vintage, you know this, but people who do the vintage work, they're gonna go and try to build out sets based on condition or a range, right? So some people, they just want to finish the set. They'll take these guys with the ink, right? And they'll take the low grade, creased, whatever, you know, that's whatever. They just want to close the sets. Some people will do better grades, but they'll do some fillers, right? Others, yeah, it's, you know, VGEX, it's EX or better, whatever. Some people go all graded. So we're right in the meaty part of the curve at the EX level. You know, so that's how, you know, those are the type of lots we look for, EX or better. So what we're going to do is then we're going to separate, for the most part, I'm going to do a low grade, unique. Unique seems to do better because people don't want the dupes. Again, they're building the sets. Really, and you're seeing these cards here, nothing really doing so far. But so we're gonna do unique, and then, you know, do like low grade. If I think I have a VGEX versus like an EX mint, I might separate that. But really trying to keep the lots to a minimum, right? We don't want to do, you know, one for every single grade. Also, I'm not that good of a grader, so I'm not going to be able to say exactly if it's EX or EX mint. So I'm going to do that range, and try to get the lot sold, right? So that's really the last thing we're going to do. I do have some other vintage that I'm going to bump this up against. I mean, you're seeing the condition. These are tough here. Goodness. You know, so I'm going to bump it up with my other stuff. Again, get unique lots, get nice big lots, and stuff like this. The vintage always moves, and especially if you have a bunch of lots, it's kind of going to even out. So we'll do auctions here to get them out, get them sold. So that one's decent. You know, that would be good enough. I got to look and see what we got on the Lou Johnson. You know. So far, like I said, haven't seen any variations that I know of. Yeah, Lou Johnson's solid. That's a good one. You know, we have to keep looking. So yeah, I mean, that's really a lot of what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna look through all these guys. Yeah, there are a good number of variations in the 66 set, but I have not seen any yet. Those are always the fun ones to me. Just a lot of people don't know about them, or they know some of them. That one could be something for a set there. Just pulling those up. You know, so that could be decent. Just gonna pull these to the side here. That might be worth taking a peek at for the set. So we'll see. They got a lot of 69s. And the 69s are probably my favorite because I've made so much on the white letter variation. If you're familiar with that one, there's just a ton of cars that they ultimately have a variation where the last name is a white letter. So instead of it being yellow, they're white. And just a lot of people don't know about them. You know, I mean, a lot of people do, but there's definitely a good amount that don't. So I purchased a bunch, just as commons people don't know, you know, or you find them in lots like this, people don't know. And I'm sure there's variations that have gone past me. I mean, I don't know all of them. And especially when we started early, I mean, who knew, you know? I mean, I'm sure I sold away some variations, had no idea. Now, some aren't as valuable, right? When you think about a lot of these sets have variations on checklists, and they're really, the volume's the same, pretty much. Richie Allen, I'll have to check that. He can get some money. It's probably VGX, though, with GM. I'll have to check that. But yeah, so the checklist, like, just the volume is basically the same, so they don't really get any different money. And that's normal. All right. Yeah, not seeing a ton here. Another play that some people make. Davey is hammered. It's creased. Another play people make, they might do a Yankees lot, Mets lot. Oh, Kenny Holtzman. Could be something. You know, or team lots in general. Hoyt could be decent. Yeah, I mean, I don't really do that with the vintage. Sometimes I've sold like Yankee stuff, but it's really more if the single card itself is as a Yankee just gets money. Otherwise, they go on lots with everything else, you know. So here, now we get into the 68s. 68s, I mean, desirable, but not crazy desirable. It's funny, once you really dig into these sets, you'll see they start using a lot of the same pictures. See, a hawk there. Especially like 69, between 69 and 68. I mean, a lot of them are the same cards. I don't know what happened there. Yeah, I mean, anything in this box from what I'm seeing that's not in a hard case is bad. I mean, really bad. Because even the ones in the top loaders here, most of them aren't great. You know, nothing's really striking me. I'm just gonna go a little faster here, see if we see any stars. You know, I'll worry about the condition later for anything. We do have 68. We have pretty much the set. Just need the Nolan. Just waiting on the right time to pull the trigger there. You know, probably looking at you know, a PSA 7 or 8. See what we could do. You know, that's one thing we'll definitely get graded for the stars. You know, we try to be 7 or better for anything in the 60s for sure. You know, we'll do some, you know, not our favorite, but we'll do some OC designations. Won't really mess with anything that's marked or miscut. Dowel. Not sure I'll delete that one. Could be something. But yeah, so for 68, just need the Nolan. You got both the benches. The bench has a variation. These World Series cards, you know, those are good. These World Series and some like $2, $3, $4 cards, little, you know, minor stars. I like to put them in the lots because with GM, you know, they don't love. You send them a ton of low value stuff. You know, it's a lot of work. And when you are lower in value, hang up. When you are lower in value, their fees are going to be worse. All right, so it's kind of better, you know, to keep them in the lots, make the lots more desirable. Because otherwise, if it's like a $4 card with GM, you're maybe only getting, you know, I think you're getting around don't know, $2.50 out of the $4, you know. So it's better keeping a lot, make them interesting. Now this card here is interesting, this Ed Brinkman. Some people want a variation where it's yellow letters for him. But that's actually a Milton Bradley card. So this year has a bunch of cards that were put into Milton Bradley game. I'm not great at knowing what's what. There's one easy way to tell if there's like a lot of white on the border. That's generally from the Milton Bradley game, how they were cut. But yeah, I'm not doing those. There's really only one major variation other than the bench that we're messing with. And we already have that one. It's a white letter variation. So this is actually a good example here. Is Maury Wills, see the top. So that's most likely a Milton Bradley card. The back's different too. You know. So yeah, so there's a white letter. Here's a regular one. Oh, Palmero rookie. Creased. It's funny. And I'm blanking on the guy's name. It's a nobody, but the card's insanely difficult to get. Actually bought a PSA 8 of it, so it went pretty heavy on that one. But it's an awesome card. Really tough to get. And you know, outside of like maybe a bench PSA 8 and the Nolan, it's probably, yeah, I mean, it's probably the most expensive card outside the Nolan, and then like a high grade bench. It's pretty crazy. Even more than a Mantle. Like if you got a Mantle 8 and then that variation, the 8, that variation's more. We got Popovich. So in 69, Popovich has like 3 variations, with one of them getting you a little bit of money. Got here. Nobody on that one. Let me see if I can find. I'm forgetting who this guy is. So one thing, I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I got a massive spreadsheet, all card numbers, set numbers, the variations, which numbers are high numbers and such. Just something I'm always referring to. So I'm gonna have to find if I still have the 68, because we closed it out again, except for the Nolan. It might not even have it anymore. Santo, banged up though. So that's perfect. So you can see the Santo, right? I'm just creased. So that's perfect for lots, you know. If you're doing a low grade set, you get some stars in there with the Richie Allen, the Santo. You know, it's perfect. If that's what people are looking for, they're interested building that type of set, give them some stars. You know, again, can't do much else with it. The only other thing I'll look at potentially doing is if I don't have lots and I have a bunch of low, you know, $2, $3, $4 stars, you know, whatever, I'll do a straight 60 star lot. Checked. And a lot of times you'll end up getting the $2, $3 per card, one shipment. You know, that works out nice. You know, because people just love the stars. You know, I think you got different people who will list them singularly on eBay, but also got guys at shows that'll do it. The Santo there is good. You know, if they can get 5, 6, 8 at a show, you know, it's worth it for them. You know, let's put these in there. So a few minor stars in there, nothing crazy. Really know what you're seeing there. I mean, no crazy hits yet. But yeah, I mean, you know, we bought all this pretty good price here, so just need to be at 30, 40 cents a card to do well on these, which is nothing, you know. even the low, I mean, that's kind of the low grade. People will be at 25 cents a card, maybe. All right, so we got 69s now. We got the Cepeda, solid. This one's just in the plastic. It's not terrible. Take that. Again, the 69s, got my favorite. Ton of variations on the white letters. There you go, little Tory. Also, and one of the white letters, if you don't know, the Mets, the card's wrecked at Charles. So just real quick, the 69 Mets get money in good condition. So they won it, you know, won the World Series that year. There's another Met, banged up, nice little punch hole in there. So anyway, one of the white letters is Mantle. So you're gonna pay up for that one if you're trying to do the master set. This guy threw a mustache on that guy. Pretty funny. So this card is interesting. The uncorrected error. That's not the guy. It's like a bat boy or something that took the picture. It's pretty funny. So some people pay decent money for that card. All right. So this is one of the guys like that. There's been a few already I've seen that could be a white letter but aren't. This Gosger, that's one of them. Casanova could be a white letter. Segui could be. Savage. Dave Marshall. These all could be a white letter. Oh, there you go. We got something. I mean, even a low grade Eddie or Ernie, take that all day. Nice and creased though. Something. All right, take that. So that's something right there. Again, go right to Greg Morris. Nice and easy. You know, not a crazy money, but they just do the work. We know they'll take it. I don't even have to think about it. And it helps us, you know, get a box together. Stoudemire's decent. VGEX, again, could be a white letter, but isn't. Is that Marshall? Rich Rollins, another one. This card's hammered, but could be a white letter, but isn't. Hoke could be a white letter. There is one. There you go. Now, not great condition. Let's see. Decent. No creases. Obviously OC, you got the print line from the bottom. You know, that black border is up top here. Right? That's got to be VGX though. Because of centering mostly. Take that. Probably $15 card there. Higgins could be a white letter, but isn't. So again, it's my favorite. I mean, I've really made, because, you know, I'm looking for the cards. I'm looking for the white letter. Got to fill the set, right? The move is, you know, that what I like to do is just broaden the eBay search, right? So don't search for the variation. Oh, there you go. Little Gibson leaders. Gibson gets money, man. Everything of his. So that one's banged up on the corner there, you see. So again, decent one for a lot. You know, decent for a lot. We'll take that. So yeah, so I'm looking for cards, trying to build out the set. Just broaden the eBay search, right? Don't search for white letters, okay? Just search for the card number. You know, search for the guy's name, all right? And, I mean, you got to be on it. You got to be on top of it. But, you know, you get the search agent. Card shows up. There's a McDowell. Banged up, though. It's got to stay in the low grade lot. You know, but yeah, you see it. Just look at the pictures and jump on it, you know, and you can get $20, $30 cards for $2. And again, it's really just me, part of me trying to fill out the set. You know, let me know what else you guys done. I mean, how else, you know, with that knowledge of the variations and other things you look for, I mean, what are ways to make more money as we're purchasing, right? I mean, we're trying to fill these sets. They're expensive, right? Trying to close them out. You know, how do we go about doing that, right? Most effectively, you know? I mean, that's, you know, we like to buy lots like this. So we're paying a low price per card. You know, obviously this one's weaker, so I'm not going to do a ton with our sets. But, you know, that's generally been our move. Buy the bigger lots and, upgrade or fill, and then, you know, sell off what we don't need. But yeah, what are the other moves? I mean, these sets get pricey, you know. There's a lot of cards in these guys. All right, there's a Sutton there. See that next. There you go. Got another Gibby leaders. I'll take those all day. Someone's got some surface damage, but that was not terrible. We'll have to look at that one, see if that's a GM or what we want to do with that guy. You know, not sure. These leaders don't get crazy money unless they're super sharp usually. So again, if it's $3, $4, $5, I might just keep it out, keep it for the lot. Have to see what we got there. Casanova, not the white letter though. Oh, Billy Morton was hit. It's a paper loss. Let's see here. Joe Morgan, decent. Joe Morgan's, I mean, it's only like his third, fourth year, but the 69 Morgan doesn't get good money unless it's sharp. VGX only get a few dollars, so double check it, but Rich Rollins, no white letter. Ooh, take that. Again, the Gibbies. They got a good amount of Mets cards. Again, the Mets cards in sharp condition will get money, but theirs have all been banged up. Check this Gibby real quick. Very likely just send this over to GM. Now you see it there, got some indents. All right, got the corners, I mean, at best, a VGX. Probably low grade. I don't see any creases. I don't know if they'll mark it. One thing they'll do, if there's a crease, they'll say that. If there's, you know, if it's miscut, they'll say it. If it's minimum size required, they'll say it. If it's low grade, and once they get below VG, VGX, they just say low grade. And then if it's filler, they'll say filler. Like if it's bad, right? So again, I mean, they're really the best. I mean, they just, you know, you're confident in their grades. You know, if you're filling sets, that's another place we go. When we get down to, you know, 30, 40 cards, that's decent. Bobby Bonds rookie. Now in this condition with that corner, I'm gonna have to see if that makes sense for GM. It's got a little bump there. I'll have to check that one. Not certain. But yeah, with GM, I mean, just, you know, so you're filling a set. Like I said, you're trying to do EX better. Whatever it is, you know, they grade it. You're confident in what they're grading. So you're not wasting a lot of time buying, returning stuff, right? Most people grade their own stuff higher. So, you know, they're just, you know, they love their own stuff. Sutton's decent. Probably VG, have to check that. So, you know, GM's going to give you pretty much what, you know, PSA would grade it. You know, and we send a lot of stuff in. I mean, they've returned stuff to us. Hey, this is trimmed. Hey, you know, they listed minimum size required on, you know, on us. I mean, they're on it with what they're doing. So when you're building your set and you want to be confident in what you're buying, that's a great place to go. So as a buyer and a seller, you know, that's really the value they provide. So this one could be a white letter. It isn't. Got some Yankees. So far, it's 69s have been the best for sure. You know, we got a Hawk white letters, like 15. Got the Banks, got the Gibby. I mean, those are solid little hits. You know, something like this, didn't pay much for it. You know, got some of, you know, got the Bobby Bonds, other little stars for the lots. That's perfect. You know, that's perfect. You can only expect so much. especially in this condition. Right? Got one, you know, for those decollage lovers. Tell you what, you get some sharp Gibson decollage and Rose, they get money. You know, another Met, beat up. Padres. Now, one of the best error in this set, I have yet to see this card. Oh, give me 1 second. Pinella. Now, Lou Pinella's got about 5, 6 rookie cards at a time when that was not supposed to happen. Yeah, beat up the low grade. I'm going to have to check it. I have to check it if it makes sense for GM. He's got his first rookie card. It's like 64. He's still got cards. It says rookies, you know. Just took him forever to get to the league. There's a little rookie too. That Al Oliver is decent. Look at that. So yeah, there's one rookie. It's called a 5.67 error, and it's one of these rookie cards. You know, a couple guys on it, and basically, let me see if I can find one. So if you see this card, you see rookie stars, has the black border around the words 1969 rookie stars. So this other rookie, again, the card number would be 567. It doesn't have the black border. That's it. That's it. I've never seen it. I don't even know. You know, I think I saw one sale on eBay a couple of years ago after I started looking for it. And raw, probably VGX got $1,000. So it's going to be a tricky one. You know, and it is the only card we need at this point for the 69 set. Oh, Veda. Take a Veda. OC. But take a Veda. So that's going to be one of those where, you know, never seen it before. We're going to see it. Have to have it. Oh, there you go. Looks a little beat up, but we got a Nettles rookie. Decent. You know, $5, $7 card. Again, got to look at GM there. The World Series Gibson. Paper lost, though. Some rookies. None of these are the 5.67 card. I forget the exact team. But I could tell by the picture it's not the one. So, you know, after enjoyment of pulling all these out of the cases, we have to do some work to put them in order. Again, I got some other vintage to bump these up against, get the unique lots going. So, you know, a good amount of effort to go. Higgins, not a white letter. You know, get these things out listed. Now the 70 tops, which we'll get into next, I don't know as much. Not a white letter. I'm gonna have to do a little research on the variations and such. There's a decent McGraw, not terrible. Probably should pull the Mets out just to have them up front. Another Oliver rookie, take that. But yeah, so 70s, probably have to do some research, see if there's any variations of note. And that one, I don't have that set. So I have from 50s and 60s. So any sets we're building out there, that's what I keep. And then we collect, we PC Doc Gooden and Darryl Strawberry for the PSA grade set registries. So those are the only things I keep. 70, I think we have baseball sets 70 to 75. My brother has those. My brother's up in Connecticut, so he keeps those. So for this purchase, we're looking to flip and just make some money, keep some whatever we can. So those 70s are just gonna move. You know, I'm not gonna worry. And with the condition too, I'm really not gonna worry about if they're you know, they would make sense for his set. You know, our sets are pretty strong, and you know, we don't keep anything unless we think it's really gonna end up in the set. All right, let me dig in. We got some 70s. That's interesting. So 70 tops, baseball card lot, very low grade. So I'm not even going to look at those. So again, not as familiar here. I'll take a leaders. That's banged up though. So we're just going to put that on top. Yeah, let me get the rest of these. Sorry. Let me get the rest of these 69s back in here. I mean, listen, if you guys see me miss something, you know, look out for me now. You know, put a comment in, help me out. Again, I'm not, you know, I know a lot of them, but I just don't know the 70 yet. So I'm going to have to look through these again later, I think. All right, Rich Allen, decent condition there. Oh, I got paper loss. Dang. There we go. Anybody? Yeah, I mean, so far that 69 set was by far the best. I don't know what it is, but that's like, it was the first set I really started putting together also. And not that it's finished. Again, still need the one. We needed the Mana white letter for a minute. Finally got that this year. Got a good price on it, 80C. So I still need the 567, but pretty much almost done with the set. It was the first one, you know, so got a little bit of an affinity for it. It's probably not as good condition now that, you know, I don't know about you guys, if you get into the, you know, the card game and you think stuff's in good shape, and then over time you see what really is in good shape and you learn, you know, what's really EX mint. So I'm sure I got stuff in there that's VGEX and I'm gonna have to upgrade it, you know. So probably not the best condition, but yeah, just like that set, you know, first one kind of almost closed out. Almost closed out. Let's see what we got here. Anything? Now the other thing, these 70, what's interesting, the 68s and 69s, the high numbers really don't make a huge difference. 69 especially. 68 a tiny bit of additional value. But it's not like these other years where, you know, any 67 high number is, you know, even commons, it's way more, right? Like significant. Now the 70s, it's interesting, but 70, 71, 72, they get money. So for whatever reason, that 68, 69, just the print run wasn't that different on the highs. But 70, 71, 72, significant difference in the price per card. So 73, not that much. Again, a little bit of a difference, but not that much. Obviously, you got some rookies in there that are high numbers that get, you know, good money, but just the basic commons, you know, it's like the 73 is maybe $1 per card, right? So nothing crazy. But 71s and these 70s for sure get better money. So I'm gonna have to search through for the high numbers, see if we get, you know, a little high number a lot or anything. I have no idea, you know. All right, so these I had shown. You got the Joe Green. It's the rookie, second year. I think this gets about 25 with GM. This will get about 5. So go right to GM. No idea what even year this is. Oh, man. Yeah, my brother, that's the other thing. My brother has the football, basketball, keeper stuff. So I really don't know on that. I'm going to have to look that up. We got here Akeem. Yeah, it's pretty banged up. I don't know what I'm going to do with that. A couple basketball cards. Okay, Billy Ripke, the black box there. Man, I just sold a lot of 4 of these. And I don't know if you guys use the eBay shipping. I'm definitely going to do you know, a session here on shipping, right? And how to ship and what do people do, because I definitely want to get better at shipping. So anyway, one of the things I'll do is, you know, use eBay, use the, this is something I'll list myself, I think. Put that with the Palmero rookie for now. You know, use the eBay shipping, which they got that ESUS, international shipping. And it's cheap and it's great. It helps you with your account. So when they're, you know, doing the tracking, I don't know if this is worth anything. I have to look that one up. You know, it counts as tracking on your account, right? Which you need, which is great. Problem is, like, it doesn't really work, you know? I don't know if you guys have used it, but it doesn't really track stuff very well. So I sold 4 Ripkins, maybe like $10, those black box errors. I don't know, the guy said he never received them because the tracking showed it never got there. He probably received them. You know, nothing I could do. You know what I mean? I had to return them because eBay would be in their favor. Ooh, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let me know if you want 13 Johnny O rookies. Dunris. Probably can't cover the shipping. It's an interesting one. Let's see here. All right, so we got more to the 70s. So I think here, yeah, we'll just finish this box for tonight. Okay, decent condition. Good checklist there. 6 series, that 7 series. See, that 7 series checklist will get money on the high number. So World Series cards are good. Similar, like I was saying, the 69, you know, those Mets World Series cards, people are into. Ooh. It's a decent Fergie. Let's take that out. I have like some type of ridge there, though. I don't know if you can see that. Kind of see it barely. It's like a little ridge. Yeah, the corners on the bottom are tough. So, see that. All right, I'll take it though for the lot. Yeah, another thing I'll talk about in the next session is the materials. I mean, take advantage. You know, you buy something like this, take advantage of materials. You know, because you'll see in my next lot, like this one. So this is a good example. Where this stuff isn't clean. You know, it's got all these stickers, whatever. Now, I'm not gonna take off the stickers. All right, I'm not gonna do that type of work. I don't think that's anything. You know, but there's people out there, they'll take used, you know, used plastics. You know, you get 1,000 of them, you get $60. You know, you get 500 of them, you get, you know, 30, $40. You gotta take advantage of that. I mean, especially if you're not gonna use them. You know, so for me, something like this, I'm pulling all these out of the plastics. Right? At some point, I'll have enough to sell it. You know, it might not come out of this deal here that I have enough. But at some point, I mean, you saw it as DeRocher in 69. The same card. Possibly 68 also. Same exact picture. Just, that's pretty sharp, though. It's a pretty good one. Kurt Flood. It's pretty decent condition. You have to look at that. But yeah, man. So you take them out. You know, a little bit of work, right? But take them all out. Keep the plastics till you get enough. Get a quick listing out there, right? For the move for me, you get 500 plastics. That's going into a medium, fixed price medium USPS box. Fits almost perfect. Yeah, I'm just got to put a little extra stuff in there so they don't move around. And you're in for $14 on the shipping. Right, so can you get $40 on 500 of the used? You know, maybe I might need a little more on these used ones with the stickers, or if you got any you know, markings on them, right, if they're not clean. Look at that Bonds. It's hammered though. Look at the crease. You know, see, but you look at that. I mean, can you get, you know, can you make 20 bucks on a sale? I mean, it's no different than some other card, you know. So that's the move. And then the other thing too is, I mean, if you're gonna ship all these like we do, if you're gonna work a lot and you're gonna ship them, I mean, the weight would be crazy with all the plastics, you know. So you reduce the weight. Oh, thing's hammered, but that's all right. Use it for a lot. So yeah, reduce the weight, save on the shipping, and sell the product. You know, I mean, even with these plastics, I'm gonna take all these sleeves, you know, out of these sleeves over here. You know, I did a lot of beat up top loaders. So either stickers, tape, marker, whatever. Another leader, nice. Take the leaders for sure. For the lots. And how many DeRochers? Goodness. Right? So I did, you know, I think I did like nine card sleeves, right? For the binders. Did like maybe 1,000 sleeves. I don't even know. 1,000 of these plastic sleeves. Holtzman's got corners. I don't know. It's number 505. I don't think that's high enough, but I'll check the Holtzman. So yeah, you do the plastic sleeves, you do the 9-card sleeves for the binder. I did, you know, a ton of top loaders. Like 50, 60 bucks, man. You know, I mean, what else are you gonna do with them? They just pile up, right? It's crazy. So you get, especially, you know, you buy something like this. Obviously, this guy used to, I don't know, maybe he did shows, maybe he had a store, and they're always putting stuff in top loaders or, you know, sleeves or whatever, putting the prices on them. The card was decent shape there. You know, so they need them. We don't, right? So just take advantage. You know, there you go. It's that VGX Brock. Do that all day. I'll have to look up if it's worth sending the GM on that. The Gil Hodges. Some decent stuff here. I mean, it's definitely gonna be some nice big lots on this 70. I mean, you're seeing the dupes, you know, and I'm gonna have to look and see again if we got any in the bond second here. See if we got any high numbers. All right, but decent, you know, decent. Mercer, it's like a 4th year. That's the thing on the lots. It's very helpful if you can, you know, get some minor stars, get some leaders, right? Get people interested in the lot. You know, when it's all just straight commons, it's sometimes a little less interest. You know, it's just easier to get the commons, you know. J.C. Martin. Card was in good shape. Had to take a peek. Tommy Taylor. Bernie Carbo. Could be something. Showing dice. I mean, yeah, he was a manager at this point. More DeRochers. I mean, what's a lot of 8 DeRochers getting you? More of them. Holy moly. This guy loved DeRocher. It's one thing, too. It's interesting. You buy some collections. You know, I bought one. I mean, this guy had more Detroit stuff I've ever seen in my life. All the Detroits. You know, Tigers, Lions, whatever. All of them. Autos, cards. Just crazy. I mean, I still have a bunch of it. Like glasses, mugs. You know? I mean, some people just go so heavy on their favorite teams. This Marischal is decent. Some more of the World Series cards. Take those. Clean checklist, man. I know if you're in the vintage, you know the clean checklist, what that's about. Take those. Oh, Canigliaro. Take that. Have to look that up. What else we got here? No Billy Buckner rookies yet. The card gets money. It's decent. Oh, another clean checklist. Let's see what we got here. Stoudemire. Nothing too crazy. I'll bring this checklist up. Did I move the Canigliaro up? No, I didn't. Let's see what else to close it out. Anything big to close it? Oh, Don Shaw to end it. All right, well, listen, it's been a solid time tonight going through. Definitely some nice stuff. Again, kind of assumed this box was low-grade commons on the purchase, so should be able to do some things, right? I mean, just on 70s alone right here, it's got to be 20, 25 cards, a few dollars a piece. You know, that's a big difference than when you're buying it at 20 cents a piece. You know, so I'll take that. All right, we're gonna end up doing another session. Get through. We got 2 more boxes to go. You know, this is definitely the biggest stuff, but we got some more vintage, and we got a box. I don't know. It should be some interesting stuff. Some 80s. I did get some. There are a couple of big cards in there. You'll be surprised. I was able to get those in the deal, but there's gonna be some nice 80s junk. And then some 70s, you know, 74, 76, stuff like that. So appreciate you sticking with me. You know, definitely drop any comments, help me out if I missed something. You know, let me know. You know, when you go through a collection, like, what am I missing? How else can we make some money here? You know, you split things up. Do you just sell it all in bulk? You try to find one buyer? What do you do? So appreciate you hanging with me. Until next time. Thanks. Have a good night.